G'day everyone and welcome to your Friday footy feed. A day after Ian Robson's resignation, the spotlight has intensified on Essendon coach James Hird, with a lot of questions remaining about who knew what in the supplement scandal. As Robson handed the baton to interim chief, former Tats finance boss Ray Gunston, Hird fronted the cameras amid pressure on his own position.
I consider my position as the coach of the Essendon Football Club. I love doing it. I love coaching these players, and I love working with the people I work with, the coaches, my colleagues, the supporters, and I intend to keep coaching.
It's been another week of distractions for the Bombers, with Robson's exit coming on top of Nathan Love at Murray being stabbed and continuing Asada interviews.
Look, we can't deny it's been a distraction because it has been. I mean, this is not a normal routine in your weekly routine for football, but the majority of those interviews are now done.
The Bombers preparing for Dreamtime at the G against Richmond. Courtney Dempsey and Leroy Jetta come into the side, and the coach says Michael Hurley is a certainty to play. There's no doubting Melbourne faces an incredibly daunting task travelling to take on Fremantle, but let's find out how the Dockers are preparing for this one. Reporter Alex Malcolm joins us from the West.
Well, Matt, it was a pretty typical Ross Lyon performance at his weekly press conference this morning here at Fremantle Oval. He didn't give a lot away as far as Sunday's clash against Melbourne at Patterson Stadium is concerned. He's named 3 debutants, Matt Taberner, Josh Simpson and Viv Mitchie in the final 25, but couldn't guarantee any of them a place in the last 22 to be named on Sunday afternoon. He did say, however, that he would stick to the forward line structure that has been working for his side so well this year.
I learned some valuable lessons in the past to you know, you can have a lose-lose, so we tend to start really rock solid and maybe, you know, a McFarlane or Johnson if need be. But we'll back in the guys we've been playing forward.
We have to go back to round 11, 2004 to find the last time Melbourne won at Patterson Stadium. It's been 13 matches since the Demons have tasted victory here in the West, but Ross Lyon was emphatic, stating that the past had no bearing on Sunday's clash.
Well, to be frank, the past is irrelevant. Thanks.
Well, that's it from me, Matty, here at Fremantle Oval, where the Dockers are going through their final training session ahead of Sunday's clash against Melbourne.
Thanks for that, Alex. Now, the link between Mick Malthouse and Dale Thomas is an obvious one, but the Carlton coach has refused to buy into speculation he might move to poach the Magpie star. Thomas has, of course, just had fresh ankle surgery. He hasn't opened talks with Collingwood yet and becomes a restricted free agent at season's end, but Malthouse didn't want to know about that today.
Dale Thomas gone in for surgery, obviously, but there's been a lot of talk about
I'm not talking about Dale Thomas. I just wish him his best for his surgery. If you're going to say something about, what is it, free agency's open to every football club.
The Blues heading north to take on Brisbane tomorrow night at the Gabba. And on that game, for Brisbane, nothing short of a win will suffice, according to Vice-Captain Tom Rockcliffe.
4 quarters against Carlton, and we've got to make sure that we walk away at the end of the day with the 4 points, and we're not going out there to just build on a 4-quarter effort or anything like that. We want to win the game.
The Lions will unveil 199cm debutant Sam Michael, a product of Cairns. He's been elevated off the rookie list to cover for the suspended defender Daniel Merritt. After missing 3 matches with a calf strain, Lenny Hayes returns to bolster St Kilda's side.
Yeah, obviously, you know, experience that he brings is fantastic. The sharing of, I guess, of knowledge there is really, really important for us. And he was in pretty good touch just before going out of the side.
The Saints play the Western Bulldogs tomorrow at Etihad. And GWS coach Kevin Sheedy was at his brilliant best when welcoming old sparring partner John Worsfold and his West Coast side ahead of tomorrow's clash at Skoda Stadium. The two reminiscing over some of the classic battles waged between Sheedy's Bombers and Woosh's Eagles back in the day. Typically, the wily veteran has something up his sleeve.
I'm working on something special for John. I might turn up with a black patch because they're pirates over there. They've been raiding this country for years, the West.
Worsfold revealing the two adversaries nearly became partners in crime.
And John, we had you at Essendon at one stage, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, did.
16?
Yeah. I trained with the Bombers for a couple of weeks as a 16-year-old.
Nearly there, didn't you?
They told me to go and work on my game.
Yeah, well, didn't mean to massacre everybody.
No.
Later, the Eagles took to Skoda in preparation for their first game at the ground. And that is the footy news you need to know this Friday. Collingwood and Sydney to start round 9 tonight at the MCG. Footy Feed is back on Monday. I'm Matt Thompson from all the team here. Have an awesome weekend.